Okay, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Ako po si Cristina Candelaria from the Regional Cooperation and Training Section of the Technological Services Division of DOST-ITDI. Welcome to our livelihood webinar series. This is our fourth free webinar. So our topic for today is hand sanitizer production, and this topic is the most awaited webinar, I should say, by many clients since this is one of the very in-demand products during this time of pandemic. In fact, along with alcohol and face masks, during po nung ECQ, halos wala pong mabili nito sa market. And based po on studies, due to COVID-19 pandemic, people are becoming more aware of personal hygiene and health. And because of this po, it is anticipated that the hand sanitizer market globally and in the Philippines will increase during the forecast period po starting this year up to 2028. So baka ito na po ang business na pwede nyo simulan this year. So today, our resource speakers will discuss the ingredients, components, and functions of those ingredients, and the step-by-step procedure to come up with the desired product po ng ating hand sanitizer. And also, a simple business opportunity plan will be presented to give an idea on costing and capital investment for those who would like to start a business on hand sanitizer. Meron lang po tayong mga ilang webinar rules. So, to ensure po yung quality ng video and audio at hindi po magkaroon po ng interruption ng inyong panonood, kindly check your devices po and internet connection. So, para maging smooth po ang inyong panonood, for those po na medyo nahihirapan sa connection po right now, you may find po yung spot po sa location nyo ngayon na mas malakas po ang signal ng internet para wala po tayong maging interruption, no? And next po, if you have questions or clarifications about our topic, you may use po yung chat box po, no? On the side or below your screen, and our resource speakers will answer those questions after po ng presentation. Okay, but before we start po with our webinar, nais po muna naming ipakilala ang aming ahensya sa inyo. Ang ITDI po, or Industrial Technology Development Institute, is a research and development institute under the Department of Science and Technology, or DOST. Our director is Dr. Annabel V. Briones, and our office is located within the DOST compound in Bicutan, Taguig City. At para po makilala nyo po ng lubos ang aming ahensya, we have a short AVP to present our programs and services that we offer to our clients and to cater the needs of various industries, including academe, MSMEs, LGUs, NGOs, associations, private sector, and other government agencies. So enjoy watching po.
We uplift lives through science, technology, and innovation. We contribute in making local industries globally competitive. We are the Industrial Technology Development Institute, one of the foremost research and development institutes of the Department of Science and Technology, or DOST. To accomplish all these, we focus on our three major functions: research and development, technical services, and technology transfer. ITDI leads the way in multidisciplinary industrial R&D. Our humble beginnings can be traced back to the Bureau of Government Laboratories, established on July 1, 1901 during the American regime, later renamed into the Bureau of Science in 1905. With studies focusing heavily on public health as needed by the times, scientists developed tiki-tiki from rice bran to combat beriberi. After several changes in names, the BS in 1958 became the National Institute of Science and Technology. At NIST, industrial R&D started gaining ground harnessing local resources and skills towards self-sufficiency and optimized productivity. Finally, in 1987, NIST transformed Full Gear into an industrial R&D institute and was aptly named Industrial Technology Development Institute, or ITDI. ITDI R&D now focuses on 5 major areas, all aimed at supporting and answering the needs of concerned industries. Food processing. We conduct R&D for the effective usage of local food materials and resources, and upgrade the quality of local food products and productivity of the food industry. Materials science. We conduct R&D to develop materials essential to local industries and for industrial purposes using locally available resources. Chemicals and energy. We conduct R&D studies on the production of organic, inorganic, and pharmaceutical chemicals and substances and energy technologies systems from indigenous raw materials for industrial applications. Environment and biotechnology. R&D focuses on environmental concerns and specializes in applied microbiology. We develop ways and means to manage domestic and industrial wastes generated from various sources. Packaging technology. We strive to make local industries and their products globally competitive through world-class, innovative, and sustainable packaging technology. Aside from R&D, ITDI also provides technical services to help make local industries meet global standards, improve their productivity, and make them ready to compete in the international arena. These are carried out through tests and analyses of various products and processes, metrology services, and knowledge translation or technology transfer and commercialization initiatives. ITDI's national laboratories that are equipped with state-of-the-art equipment and ISO accredited take the lead in providing the technical services needed by industry. Its National Metrology Laboratory, or NML, establishes and maintains the national measurement standards for physical quantities such as mass, temperature, pressure, voltage, resistance, luminous intensity, and time interval, and their dissemination to Filipino users, ensuring that these are accurate and internationally traceable. While tests and analysis and performance testing of various products and materials are provided by its Standards and Testing Division using current or updated methods and instruments. Its rubber testing facility has been upgraded by acquiring state-of-the-art testing equipment to enable it to offer complete testing services for manufactured rubber and be aligned with ASEAN integration. STD is also one of the pillars of One Lab, an IT-based referral system wherein the services of participating laboratories are integrated to hasten and broaden public access to testing services of laboratories nationwide in one click. Meanwhile, ADMATEL, or Advanced Device and Materials Testing Laboratory, is the country's most advanced failure analysis and materials characterization testing facility, enabling local industries to have their products tested locally, ensuring faster turnaround time and savings. In addition, ITDI's NanoLab provides nanotechnology-related technical services and R&D, testing and developing nanomaterials for various industrial applications. And for all these innovations and services to reach the production sector that may lead to the creation of businesses, ITDI conducts knowledge translation or technology transfer program. ITDI actively engages the use of quad media, radio, television, print, online, social media, and exhibitions to promote its technologies and services. These are complemented with other technology transfer initiatives such as technology offerings, consultative meetings or industry engagements, TRA, trainings, all aimed at accelerating or increasing the chances for technology adoption, application. Through the years, we tirelessly contributed in laying the foundation for STI in the country, ever committed to implement and achieve our mission. Remaining faithful to our core values. As we surge further into the future, ITDI solidly prepares an innovative ecosystem for new knowledge and technology to thrive. We are now aggressively pursuing the institutionalization of R&D initiatives and technical services that are attuned to current and emerging needs and help make us ready for Industry 4.0 or IR4. Indeed, from being a forerunner of science in the country, ITDI has emerged a trusted and competitive industry partner in accelerating national growth and development, driving local industries to be globally competitive and help make them ready for Industry 4.0, and ultimately, uplift the quality of life of every Filipino through science, technology, and innovation. We are ITDI. Our business is industry.
Okay, thank you po for watching our AVP. Kung meron po kayong mga pangailangan technical under our expertise such as food processing, chemicals and energy, environment and biotechnology, material science, and packaging technology, and yung need po nyo for trainings, technical assistance, consultancy, at iba pa, narito po ang mga contact details ng aming ahensya. You can address po yung mga email ninyo sa aming director, Dr. Annabel V. Briones. And pwede rin po kayong tumawag o mag-email sa Technological Services Division. And you may also visit and follow our Facebook page, DOST-ITDI updates para po sa mga events and activities ng aming ahensya. So kung makita nyo po sa screen, nandiyan po lahat ang aming mga landlines, mga local, mga fax, and even po yung aming mga mobile number. So our speakers po, trainers, both came from the pharmaceutical section of Chemicals and Energy Division of the UST-ITDI. First, we have Ms. Rica Mezinca Marie Walde. Si Ms. Zinca. Ms. Zinca is a senior science research specialist of the pharmaceutical section. And Zinca graduated a Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry from the University of Santo Tomas, Manila. And currently, she's taking Master of Science in Chemical Sciences from Chulaborn Graduate Institute, Bangkok, Thailand. So yan, ang ating pong first speaker ay imported pa, no? Nasa Thailand po si Ms. Zinca. And Ms. Zinca has skills or expertise like in isolation, identification, and characterization of natural products, molecular docking, biochemical and basic clinical pharmacological techniques, also scientific paper writing and poster making, and as a trainer po on personal care and toiletries such as dishwashing liquid, hand wash, fabric conditioner, shampoo, lotion, and cream. And of course, as a researcher, Ms. Zinca has already received various awards and achievements in scientific papers and posters and authored many scientific papers and publications. Okay, so our next speaker is Mr. John Ratzencal de los Santos. We call him Kyle. Kyle is a science research analyst of the same section, and he earned his degree on BS Chemistry from Santo Tomas University also, and he is a licensed chemist. Sir Kyle is involved as trainer on personal and household care products, essential oil extraction, and others. And of course, as a researcher, he is also involved in many R&D projects of said section. So we now give the screen to our resource speakers, Ms. Zinca and Sir Kyle.
Okay. So, good morning po sa lahat. Good morning po sa lahat ng ating mga manonood po ngayon, no? So, sa panahon po nito, sana po lahat po tayo ay nananatiling ligtas at matatag, at I hope we are all keeping each other healthy and keeping each other safe, lalo na po sa panahon ito, no? So, para po sa umagang ito, matututunan po ninyo ang paraan ng paggawa ng basic hand sanitizer po. Ngunit bago po tayo magtungo doon, nais ko po muna batiin ang lahat po ng manonood. So, marami po tayong manonood ngayon na from different parts of the Philippines po, no? So, hindi lang actually from the Philippines, na may nakita ko kanina dito sa comment from Dubai and also from USA, no? So, maganda po ito, at least po marami pong mga Pilipino na matututunan po kung paano po ba gumawa ng hand sanitizer at kung paano po ba natin magagawa at paano po ba tayo makakapag-start po siguro ng sarili nating business para po dito sa hand sanitizer. So, simulan na po natin, no? Bigyan ko po muna kayo before po tayo pumunta sa mismong process, no? Bigyan ko po muna kayo ng konting karagdagang impormasyon. Ano po ba ang hand sanitizer? Okay. So, what are hand sanitizers, no? So, it is also called as hand antiseptic or hand rub, applied to the hands for the purpose of removing common pathogens po, no? So, ang antiseptic po meaning naiiwasan po nito ang pag-grow po o ang paglaganap po or pag-grow ng mga pathogens po or yung mga mikrobyo po na nagsasanhi po ng sakit. And sinasabi rin po dito na it is an alternative to the traditional hand wash. Okay po? Pero it does not mean, kumbaga, na pwede na natin itong ipalit sa hand wash po, no? So, still, the WHO or the World Health Organization still recommends the traditional hand wash para po talaga mawala po or mamatay po yung mga common pathogens po. However, kunyari pag wala po kayong access sa water or sa soap, pwede na po itong maging alternative because it does not require water and soap. Okay, sinasabi rin po dito na it can kill bacteria and it can reduce the spread of viruses. So, ang hand sanitizers po, inaano po niya, parang pinipigilan niya po ang paglaganap po ng iba't ibang mga virus. For example po, adenovirus or rhinoviruses. So, ito pong mga viruses na ito ay sanhi po ng sipon, ng ubo, or ng lagnat, no? So, pag gumagamit po tayo ng hand sanitizers, pinipigilan po natin ang paglaganap ng mga ganitong sakit. Next po, saan po ba natin usually ginagamit ang hand sanitizer po, no? So, dati po makikita nyo lang ang mga hand sanitizers usually sa office or sa mga palikuran po or sa mga CR. Pero ngayon po sa panahong ito, nakikita nyo everywhere po, no? So, even sa school, lalo na po sa mga school, sa hospital, sa mga daycare, and lalo na po sa supermarket at sa mga offices po, no? Because kailangan po ng hand sanitizer, lalo na po sa mga matataong lugar, no? Kasi kailangan po natin panatilihing malinis ang ating kamay para hindi po tayo makahawa ng sakit. Ngayon, ayan, discuss naman po natin kung ano po ang iba't ibang klase ng hand sanitizer. Meron po tayong dalawang klase. Meron po tayong alcohol-based. So sa alcohol-based po, ito po ay nagko-contain ng 60 to 95% po ng alcohol. So ito po ay recommendation ng WHO, okay? So malalaman po natin mamaya kung bakit kailangan bang 60% to 95% ng alcohol. Bakit hindi pwedeng 50% lang or bakit hindi pwedeng 40% lang po, no? So meron pong iba't ibang klase ng alcohol na pwede po natin gamitin, okay? So meron po tayong ethanol. So ang ethanol po, ito po yung na gagamit po para sa mga alak. Ito po yung mga nakikita po nilalaman ng alak po, no? And meron din po tayong isopropanol and meron din po tayong N-propanol. So ito pong isopropanol, ito po yung ginagamit sa mga rubbing alcohol, no? Pero sila po ay magkakatulad lamang in terms of its effectivity. And meron din po tayong alcohol-free. So which means hindi po siya naglalaman ng alcohol, but instead, ang meron po siya ay tinatawag nating benzalkonium chloride or BAC or yung antimicrobial agent po na triclosan. So ang activity po ng ganitong mga alcohol-free hand sanitizers are very immediate and persistent po, no? However, sa paggamit po ng triclosan, may mga pag-aaral po na ang paggamit daw po nito ay nakaka-develop ng microbial resistance. So sa pagtinagal na tagal ng panahon, habang ginagamit po natin to, nagiging resistant na po yung mga pathogens or yung mga germs, so hindi na po siya gumagana. So marami na pong regulation na parang binabana po nila ang paggamit ng triclosan. Okay? So ngayon naman po, tignan natin paano po ba gumagana ang hand sanitizer. So ang hand sanitizer po usually before po ginagamit natin siya before tayo kumain, before tayo humawak ng kung ano-ano mga material. Pero ngayon kahit na after kunyari bumili po tayo sa tindahan, bumili tayo sa supermarket, bumili tayo sa restaurant, kumbaga every time na tayo gumagamit ng hand sanitizer. So ang hand sanitizer po, it works by stripping away the outer layer of oil in the skin. Okay? So kung mapapansin nyo, pag po tayo ay nag-a-apply ng alcohol po, yung normal na alcohol, parang nakaka-dry po siya ng kamay. So parang usually after we apply alcohol in our hands, we can use like lotion para ma-moisturize naman yung kamay natin, no? So specifically, ang hand sanitizer po, specifically yung alcohol, okay? It destroys the bacterial cell wall and the viral envelope. So that's how it works. So let's see, how does it work? Okay, so ito po, kung nakikita nyo, ito po ang structure ng coronavirus. Okay, so nakikita nyo sa loob, ito ay ang kanyang RNA. Okay, so ito ang naglalaman ng kanyang genetic information. And ito nakikita naman po, itong mga maliliit na nakausli na ito ay tinatawag nating mga spike proteins. So ito po mga spike proteins na ito po yung nag-a-attach sa ating lung cells. At pag nag-attach po ito sa ating lung cells, magpapatuloy na po ang infection at magpo-produce na po tayo ng iba't ibang mga sintomas. Ngunit meron pong kasama po sa structure ng coronavirus or na iba pang mga viruses, meron po tayong tinatawag na lipid membrane or ito po yung envelope, okay? So ito pong lipid membrane na ito ay napaka-importante po para sa mga virus, no? Kasi ito ang pumoprotekta sa genetic information nito, no? So pag nasira po ito, masisira rin po ang effectivity or ang pagiging infectious ng virus, no? So ganun po ang ginagawa ng alcohol. Sinisira niya po, it destroys the lipid membrane of the virus. So, hindi na po siya magkakaroon ng capability to infect. So, ganun po. Kaya effective po ang alcohol or mga hand sanitizers to prevent the disease from occurring. And also, same as with the bacteria, it also destroys its cell wall. Okay? So that is why WHO is recommending 60 to 95%, no? Because lower than that, mas konti sa 60%, it will not be that effective. It will not be that effective to kill the virus or to kill the bacteria. Okay? So let's go. So let's go naman po sa types ng hand sanitizer. So we have 3. So we have gel, we have foam, and we have liquid form, okay? So for the gel, so ito po yung pinaka-popular po na meron tayo ngayon, no? So it is strongly recommended for health settings, so it can provide the right amount of the product and can be spread more evenly and consistently across all the areas of the hands. And we also have this foam sanitizer, which is said to be adequate for general purpose use. And we also have the liquid form, which evaporates very quick po, no? So it can be for fast application. So pwede mo siyang gamitin sa for example, mga gadgets mo, no? And because it does not contain thickening agents for the ease of use. So I just want to tell you something about the foam because I think this is not that much, hindi siya masyadong popular, no? Pero marami na rin pong gumagamit nito because ang maganda dito is that it is very stable sa kamay. However, medyo may kamahalan lang po yung paggawa niya since kailangan niya po ng surfactant or yung pampabula, and it also needs this kind of different pump po na different packaging, so medyo mas pinakamahal siya. So, ang pinaka-popular talaga is yung gel type na hand sanitizer. And ito po yung gagawin natin. Ito po yung ituturo namin po sa inyo ngayong umaga. Okay? Okay, so magpatuloy naman po tayo sa iba't ibang components ng hand sanitizer. So, ang pinakauna po natin na kailangan ay yung ating base liquid. So, ito po yung ating universal solvent. And kailangan din po natin ng thickener or pampalapot. So, ito po yung magfo-form ng gel ng ating hand sanitizer. And meron din po tayong neutralizer or ito po yung magbabalance po ng pH ng ating hand sanitizer because as much as possible, we want our product to be close sa pH ng ating skin para hindi po ito mag-cause rather ng irritation, no? And then we also need a humectant or moisturizer. So I think this is one of the main ingredients po ng hand sanitizer because as I have mentioned before, medyo drying po talaga ang alcohol. So ang ginagawa po ng moisturizer, it counters po yung drying action ng alcohol para po kahit po nalilinis po yung kamay natin, nagiging dry siya, nagiging malambot pa rin po yung yung kamay natin after natin mag hand sanitizer. And of course, we also have the biocide. So ito po yung ating active ingredient. So ang ating active ingredient is si alcohol, okay? So meron din po tayong perfume. Ito yung pampabango ng hand sanitizer natin, no? So it will make your product more attractive, lalo na po kunyari pag gusto niyo na pong mag-market, kumbaga, no? Gusto niyo na pong gumawa ng inyong hand sanitizer. So depende po sa inyo kung ano po yung gusto niyo gamitin na scent po, no? Depende po para po mas maging marketable, kumbaga yung hand sanitizer niyo, di ba? At meron din pong hand sanitizer na kayo makikita na may kulay. So pwede rin niyo pong lagyan ng coloran po ang inyong hand sanitizer para maging mas attractive at mas maging marketable. Okay? Let's proceed sa ating mga ingredients. So for this session, for this webinar, we will be doing 250 ml of hand sanitizer. So the first thing that we need is distilled water or our base liquid, as I have mentioned before. So we need 81.75 milliliter of distilled water. So para po sa ating mga manonood, you can take note of this. You can write in your notebook, okay? And we also have, meron din po akong binanggit sa inyo, yung thickener po, no? So ito po yung magpapalapot ng ating hand sanitizer. So we need 750 milligrams or 0.75 grams of what we call as carbopol. Okay? So yung mga ingredients po nito, ipapaliwanag po namin yung function po sa inyo mamaya-maya. And then we have also the triethanolamine or what we call as TEA. Okay, so this will be the neutralizer. So this will be the pH balancer of our hand sanitizer. Okay? And then next, let's proceed to the other ingredients now. So we also have propylene glycol. So this will be our moisturizer for our hand sanitizer. So we need 2 ml of propylene glycol. And of course, ang pinakamataas po na percent is 164.45 ml of ethanol. So this will be our active ingredient. So this will be our biocide. And of course, huwag po natin kakalimutan para mas maging mabango nga ang ating hand sanitizer, we need a scent. So in this case, as you can see, ang ginamit po namin dito sa aming formulation is lavender, no? So marami po pong iba, depende sa inyo, maraming mga floral scent na available. Ganun po. Okay. So ito naman po yung mga basic tools and equipment po na kailangan natin as much as possible magkaroon po tayo para makagawa po tayo ng hand sanitizer po, no? So first of all, we need a mixing vessel. Okay, so dito po natin hahaluin yung ating iba't ibang mga components. So yung sizes po ng ating mixing vessel can range from like 10 ml, yung mga maliliit lang po na mga cups, or it can also be 100 or 100 ml or 1 liter. Depende po kung gaano kalaki po yung batch po na inyong gagamitin or nagagawin rather. And we also have ang ating timbangan or weighing scale. So in this point po, I just want to let you know that investing in a good weighing scale is very good, no? It's very recommended since we need as much as possible to be exact on the measurements of our ingredients para hindi po mag-vary. Kumbaga yung quality po ng product natin, no? So maganda po mag-invest po tayo sa magandang weighing scale. Okay? So moving on, pH paper. Okay? So as I have mentioned earlier, kailangan natin ma-measure yung pH ng hand sanitizer. So that's why we need this kind of indicator, okay? We call as pH paper. So we can also buy this on the suppliers suppliers that we will be telling you later on. And we also have this medicine dropper, okay? So you can also buy this actually. So this is for the small amounts of the ingredients that you use. So hindi mo kailangan mag-cup kasi because if you use cup, ang tendency na iiwan dun yung product mo, no? So hindi lahat ay nasasama mo dun sa hand sanitizer mo. So makikita niyo po yun mamaya kung ano po yung mga ginagamit namin. And we also need stirring rod or yung mixer po. So ito po yung maghalo po ng ating formulation. And the last but definitely not the least po, yung ating packaging. So ito po yung one of the most na pwede nyong baguhin depende po sa inyong preference. Marami pong mga packaging suppliers po na meron po sa Manila or sa Philippines na pwede po kayong pumili kung ano pong gusto nyo para sa inyong hand sanitizer. Okay, let's go to the function of each ingredients naman po. So si carbopol po, as I have mentioned, it is a thickening and emulsifying agent. So this is what forms the clear and water alcohol gels po nung ating hand sanitizer. So pag nakita niyo po siya personally, it looks like a powder. So ganun po yung kanyang itsura, no? It's very fluffy and hygroscopic, meaning it's very light. And next, we have that triethanolamine or CITEA. So if you look closely, it looks like a clear viscous liquid and it actually has a ammonia-like odor. So as I have mentioned before, this is what we will be using. Ito po yung gagamitin natin to adjust the pH of our hand sanitizers. And also, in addition to that pH adjuster, sinasabi rin po dito na ang TEA po can aid in the penetration of organic liquid into our skin. So, pwede rin po siyang makatulong para mas ma-absorb po siguro yung moisturizer po, no? And then, just a simple warning, okay? So, as you can see, medyo pag mataas po ang concentration ng triethanolamine po, nakakakos po siya it can be corrosive, okay? And it can also be an irritant. So, I will just have to let you know na pag kayo po ay gagawa ng isang produkto or ng formulation, always wear proper protective equipment. Kailangan po protektahan po natin yung sarili natin from these chemicals, okay? And always make sure na every chemical that you have has a label kasi ayaw po natin na mapagkamalan po nating pagkain tong mga ingredients po nito kasi mukha po itong tubig, 'di ba? So kailangan lagi po nating silang lagyan ng label. And we also have propylene glycol. So this is a viscous colorless liquid, just like TEA, okay? So this is our skin conditioning agent. So aside from hand sanitizers, you can also see propylene glycol in many different products as well. So for example, facial cleansers, moisturizers, bath soap, and other personal care products. And also, itong propylene glycol should not be consumed. It is very toxic and also may cause irritation. Okay, and for our biocide, so as I have mentioned, this is the ethyl alcohol. So this is an antiseptic and used to avoid the transmission nga po ng mga pathogens or ng mga microbes. And yung ethyl alcohol po, you can also see this from other mga personal care products po, from other products po, no? Hindi lang po sa hand sanitizers. Okay, but I will just have to let you know that this is alcohol, so this is very flammable. So as much as possible, do not formulate in front of an open flame or open fire, or else it will cause really a bad accident. So, okay. And then, of course, the distilled water. So, if you will ask me, bakit po kailangan ng distilled water? Bakit pwede po bang gumamit ng tap water? So, as much as possible, especially when you are trying to market your product, no? You will be trying to have a business of your own. We recommend that you use distilled water. First is that distilled water will not affect the stability of your product because if you use tap water, pag gumamit po tayo ng tap water, Ang tap water po kasi they contain heavy metals or yung mga contaminants po. So when you use them, it will affect the stability of your product. It will make your product blurry, and it can also affect yung kumbaga yung shelf life ng product mo. So because of the contaminants, magiging pangit or hindi maglalast yung product mo. So that is why we are recommending the use of distilled water for any kind of formulation. Okay, so before we go to the formulation with the formulation proper with Sir Kyle, I would just like to remind you, always remember safety first when you are where you are formulating as much as possible. Formulate with an expert, formulate with a chemist, okay? And always maintain your formulation area very clean, and remember to wear proper protective equipment, and remember always check yung safety ng mga chemicals na gagamitin natin. So without further ado, I would like to call on Sir Kyle for the process of hand sanitizer. So I think every one of us are very excited na po, no? So Sir Kyle?
Okay, good morning everyone po na nanonood. So, we will proceed now po dun sa paggawa na po natin talaga nung hand sanitizer. Ito po, may video presentation po kami dito para po mas kita nyo po yung demonstration. So, before we start po, binigay na po ni Ma'am Zinka yung mga list of chemicals na gagamitin natin. We will be doing 250 ml of hand sanitizer in this demonstration po. So, we recommend po if itatry nyo po ito sa kanya-kanyang bahay or businesses na i-label nyo po or magawa po kayo ng different sample holders po and label them accordingly since madami po yung ingredients dito na pare-parehas po ng itsura na liquids po, pare-pareho pong clear liquids, pare-pareho pong yung iba po pare-parehong malapot. So para hindi po tayo magkaroon ng confusion or magkaroon ng pagkakamali sa mga formulation proper po, we recommend na you weigh it out muna sa iba't ibang individual vessels before mixing po para lang pong maiwasan yung pagkakamali. So for step 1 po ng ating formulation, in a formulation vessel at room temperature, put in the distilled water. In this case po, 81.75 ml of distilled water and propylene glycol, 2 grams of propylene glycol would be mixed in a mixing vessel. So, as you can see sa video, winay out or tinik yung volume ng water and ng propylene glycol separately before mixing in a mixing vessel to avoid confusion na para tama po yung accurate po yung measurement natin. Isa pa pong kailangan i-note po na dapat po lagi tayo naka-safety equipment po. And like Ma'am Zinka said po kanina, maganda pong mag-invest tayo sa magandang weighing scale para sure po na tama yung measurements natin and para hindi po nasasayang or in-excess lagi yung mga sample since syempre mas tipid sa sample, mas okay sa kita. Ganun po. So, yan po. Makikita niyo po sa video ngayon na hinahalo po natin yung ethanol and yung propylene glycol sa isang mixing vessel po. So, for step 2, dito na po natin i-add si carbopol. So, 750 milligrams or 0.75 grams of carbopol. Mineasure po muna sa separate container. And it was added to the mixing vessel with steady steering po until it is uniform. So, in the case po nung video demonstration po, ang ginamit po namin pang steer is a metal rod po. You can use any type of stirrer po, even electronic mixers po. Although hindi naman po siya recommended, kasi hindi naman po siya talaga requirement, na gumamit ng electronic stirrer. Pwede naman po manual steering. Pero usually kasi it will take around 15 to 20 minutes po bago po maging talagang uniform po yung itsura nung mixture po and ma-dissolve fully yung carbopol. So, if meron pong available kayong electronic mixer like yung egg beater, ganun po na electronic, pwede nyo pong i-utilize po yon para po bumilis lang po yung pag-dissolve ni carbopol sa mixture po. So, step 3 is to add the ethanol po. So, ito yung pinaka-importanting part kasi syempre yung ethanol yung talagang biocide natin, yung pinaka-main component nung hand sanitizer kaya siya nagiging effective. So, we will add 95% ethanol. In the case of our demonstration, we use sugar extracted ethanol po na 95%. So, 164.45 ml of the ethanol is gradually added to the mixture followed by the scent. So, sa ginamit po naming sa aming formulation po, nag-indicate po kami ng measurement for the scent which is 0.25 ml, pero hindi po talaga ito fixed na measurement po. It depends po sa inyo rin kung satisfied na po ba kayo sa amoy. Since scent lang po ito, wala naman po kasi itong bearing po doon sa magiging final product. So if for example, nag-weigh na po kayong 0.25 ml and hindi pa rin enough sa inyo yung amoy niya, parang nakukulangan pa rin kayo, you may add more pa rin po hanggang masatisfy po kayo. So for the final step, sa paggawa ng hand sanitizer pong formulation is to add the triethanolamine or the TEA. So 0.80 ml of triethanolamine is added to thicken the formulation. So nasabi po kanina ni Ma'am Zinka na ang purpose po ng triethanolamine is to neutralize the pH po. Kaya po siya nagje-gel kasi as you can see do sa video, naging gel po siya. Yung carbopol po kasi at lower pH po, nadidissolve po siya in water and hindi po siya viscous. Pero as you increase the pH po, at around pH 7, nagiging viscous gel po siya. So makikita nyo po, after i-add natin yung neutralizer, nag-increase na po yung pH niya, naging gel type na po yung ating mixture po or formulation. So the resulting formulation is a viscous water-clear gel, and if necessary, adjust the pH of the formulation with small amounts of TEA to pH 7 to 7.5. So in case po na nag-weigh po kayo ng triethanolamine and nilagay nyo po sa formulation, pero pag check nyo po ng pH, mababa pa rin po siya, nasa pH 5 or pH 6, pwede po rin po tayo magdagdag ng TEA. Although small amounts lang po, mga drops lang po yun. Kasi mabilis po yung change ng pH niyan. At the same time, pag sumobra po kasi yung dagdag natin triethanolamine, so sobra rin po yung pagkalapot niya. So, make sure to be aware lang po doon if ever po may kailangang adjustment pa po afterwards po ng pag-add ng triethanolamine natin. So, once na-formulate na po natin yung gel hand sanitizer, we can transfer it na po dun sa ating magiging packaging po. In the case of our presentation, we were provided 100 ml bottles po. Dun po namin nilagay yung hand sanitizer po. So, medyo tsatsagain nyo lang po minsan yung paglagay po dun sa mga packaging since medyo viscous po ito. If may mga funnels po kayo available, you can use those po para po mas madaling ma-transfer. Okay, so here is our finished product po. Ganito po yung maging itsura niya. Clear gel type po siya na hand sanitizer. Pero it is your choice po if you want to add also coloring. So, nakadepend po sa inyo depende po kung saan nyo i-market, kung ano yung sa tingin yung mas magandang, magiging mas attractive sa mga tao, kung ano yung color na gagamitin nyo. Pwede po mag-add ng food colorants po or whatever po, synthetic colors. And also yung scent po, nakadepende rin po sa inyo kung ano yung scent talaga. Like we said before, lavender yung ginamit namin in this case, pero pwede naman po kahit anong scent. Wag lang po sana, iwasan lang po sana natin mga scent like yung mga bubble gum, ganun, or any food imitating scents kasi may tendency po baka akalain ng mga bata or ng mga tao na pagkain yun, ma-ingest po nila, hindi po kasi puwedeng i-ingest yung ating formulation. So, hanggang kaya iwasan po natin mga food imitating scents. So, market of hand sanitizer. So, I think madaming interesado dito sa part na 'to kasi, makikita natin dito yung projection po kung gaano ba siya magiging popular sa industry, sa mga consumers po natin. So, this was a diagram taken from inkwoodresearch.com. Uh, it's a research based on the popularity and market of global hand sanitizer market po from 2019 to 2028. So as you can see po, by 2028, ang taas po ng demand, tumataas po yung demand lalo ng hand sanitizer, especially the gel-based formulation. Na-mention na rin po kanina na kasi yung gel-based po kasi yung pinaka-popular since ito po yung pinakamadaling gawin compared dun sa others. At the same time, siya yung pinakamura when it comes to cost po, cost production. So, mga distribution channels po niya, ah, ngayon pong mga panahong 'to kasi mabibili pong hand sanitizer sa mga supermarkets, department stores, drugstores, gano'n po. Pero there is a projection na by 2028, especially now during pandemic times po, na magkakaroon po ng increase sa online retails po. So, puwede niyo rin po 'tong gawing online business po if ever pagka po, gusto niyo po siyang maging line of production business po, gano'n po. So, business opportunity plan. So, makikita niyo po sa screen now yung makikita niyo po sa screen now is yung, cost ng bawat, material po na ginamit namin, as of the making of the formulation po sa video. And based on the cost po of each individual chemical na ginamit po, we have an estimate po on the production cost per day. If gagawa po tayo ng, 100 pieces of 100 ml bottles ng gel hand sanitizer, ang magiging total production cost niya po if per day kayo makakagawa ng 100 pieces is around 6,039.45 pesos po. If mabebenta niyo po siya at 73.50 pesos per bottle po, meron po kayong return of investment of around 79.80% po. So malaki-laki po yung kita nyo dito kung if ever pong magiging line of business 'to. Malaking balik, especially now na in demand talaga siya. Sa madalas nga po ngayon out of stock po 'to sa mga drugstores kasi maraming naghahanap ng matinong hand sanitizers po kapalit ng alcohols. So for our suppliers, yung mga suppliers po na nakikita niyo po sa screen, Fragrance World, Allison's Chemicals, Atkinson, Bestpac, and Safina Mega Sales. These are the suppliers po na we usually frequent po or yung we usually are in contact with. Nasubukan na po namin sila and they are fast po in responding naman po sa calls and emails. So so uh, yung mga supplier like the Fragrance World po and yung Safina Mega Sales and Bestpac, you can walk in po diretso po sa kanila. Po ito, maliit na mga stores 'to, puwede pong walk in na bumili dun nung chemicals. Wala naman pong magiging problema, hindi niyo naman po kailangan magpakita ng license o kung ano. Kasi po usually yung mga stores po ito, mga po talaga sila, suppliers po sila for, cosmetic products po or cosmetic product productions. Makakabili po kayo diyan ng mga small scale or if ever na gusto niyo pong makabili in bulk, puwede niyo pong i-try sila Allisons po or Atkinson since they offer more deals po pagka in bulk po. So with that po, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kyle and Ms. Sinka, for the presentation. Okay. So for some questions po and clarifications po that we failed to answer kasi medyo marami rin po yung mga hindi pa rin po namin na-address. You can still contact us po through this mga contact numbers, mga email addresses as shown in the screen. You may contact us through the Technological Services Division sa aming pong division, through Ma'am Nelia Elisa Florendo, siya po yung aming chief. And then also through Chemicals and Energy Division, kila Engineer Apollo Bawagan. Siya po yung OIC ng Chemicals and Energy Division. So as you can see po sa screen ninyo, nandiyan na po yung mga landlines namin, mga local numbers, email addresses, and even you can also communicate directly to our resource speakers, kila Ms. Zinka and kay Sir Kyle. Nandyan din po yung kanilang mga email addresses. And kanina po, ay add ko lang po doon sa question regarding po doon sa testing na ino-offer ng aming Standards Testing Division. You may visit po yung kanilang email, std@itdi.dost.gov.ph. So in addition po yan doon sa pwede po nyong mapuntahan. So, in addition lang po, before we end, for interested adopters who may wish to start a business on hand sanitizer and other ITDI available technologies, na yan po ay available. Makikita nyo po yan sa aming FB page and web page. You may send your letter of intent po to our office, addressed to our director, Dr. Annabel V. Briones, to adopt a technology of your interest. And of course, we'll be glad to assist you po sa inyo pong magiging request sa amin. And before we end po, we wish to thank our trainers, resource speakers, Ms. Zinka and Sir Kyle, for sharing your knowledge and expertise for this webinar, and for your effort, for giving time para po maging possible itong ating webinar na to. And to all the staff of Pharmaceutical Section, salamat din po sa inyong support para po sa lahat po ng mga videos na kinuna natin para magkaroon po tayo ng video presentation. And then to Engineer Apollo Bawagan, siya po yung OIC ng Chemicals and Energy Division. Salamat po Sir Apple for the support and commitment. And of course to TSD family, salamat po sa buong TSD family to make this webinar possible. So thank you once again for all the participants and viewers. So maraming salamat po, and we hope that you will start your business on hand sanitizer soon, at kami po ay unang-unang magiging masaya kung malalaman po namin that you already started a business on hand sanitizer at kung successful po yung inyong business. So we hope that your expectations were met po sa webinar na ito, and that you have gained knowledge and skills and be able to apply those learnings from this webinar. Maraming salamat po muli, and see you again po sa aming mga future webinars, at yan po abangan nyo po sa aming announcement sa aming Facebook page.